Hello, my name is Ebony Lace, and I'm here to tell you about my short thriller, The Dark Side of the Blues. Set in the Great Depression era in the 1930s, after learning about the death of a much sought after blues singer, a talent scout takes drastic action to protect the singer's child from a gruesome fate in a rural town in Texas. Southeast of Dallas, if you make a right turn off US 31 in Crescent Heights, you'll find yourself headed into a little town called Moloch, Texas. It's a little town with one stoplight and no church. That's where we find our protagonist, Deborah Jackson, a mulatto talent scout for Supreme Records, hired for her ear for music and her ability to pass for white. She is headed into Moloch to find Violet Cox, a blues singer that's been getting a buzz around Texas for her smoky voice and her skills on the electric guitar. When Deborah arrives at Moloch, she is shocked to discover that Violet has already passed away from influenza. She gets this information from Abe, the bar owner who happens to be the landlord for the apartment Violet has been renting upstairs. The barback assisting Abe is Violet's 12-year-old daughter, Indigo. That night, while listening to the local talent on stage and plotting her next move, Deborah overhears two drunk farmers arguing with Abe near the office on the way to the restroom. The drought has been terrible for the crops, but that could change with this upcoming full moon. The farmers leave, but Abe spots Deborah as she is returning to her seat. He warns Deborah if she knows what is good for her, she better leave Moloch and leave soon. Driving back to her hotel, Deborah looks up Moloch in the Gideon Bible in her bedside nightstand. Raised Baptist, she has heard that name Moloch before. She finds that Moloch was once a fertility god that the Canaanites worshipped in ancient times, and that during times of drought and war, children were offered up as sacrifices for the crops. Tired from her all-night Bible studying, Deborah dozes off and wakes up to the sun shining bright. Loading up her car, Deborah drives to the upstairs bar apartment to pick up Indigo so they can both leave Moloch. When she gets to the apartment, Abe's sister Lily is there. Indigo appears asleep as she cleans up the apartment, but soon it becomes clear that she is packing the apartment and Indigo has in fact been drugged. Realizing she is in danger, Deborah turns to leave but is knocked unconscious with a dose of chloroform and a rag by one of the farmers from last night. When Deborah awakens, Lily and Abe are arguing about how to dispose of her body. Deborah is tied up and gagged, and a 22 that had been in her purse is now sitting on the table. Lily has a gun trained on Abe. Either he will comply and become an accomplice once again and help Lily's family and the other farmers with the sacrifice, or it will be his death. Clenching her hands, Deborah realizes she has the bartender's knife. Cutting her ropes, Deborah jumps up and swings the chair around, surprising Lily. The two women grapple. Grabbing the 22, Deborah shoots Lily. Picking up Lily's shotgun, Abe runs towards the black, shooting Lily's husband and the other farmers as they enter the bar. Deborah unties Indigo and hides. When the gunfire ceases, Deborah sees a handful of dead farmers outside as Abe struggles to get to the cash register behind the bar. Shoving money into Indigo's hands, he tells her to go with Deborah. He reveals that he loved Violet Cox, and the happiest he had ever been was being with the two of them. As he falls to the floor, Deborah takes his truck keys, grabs Indigo, and runs for the truck. We see smoke and flames rise in the bar out of the rearview mirror as Deborah and Indigo speed away out of Moloch. This is The Dark Side of the Blues. Thank you for your consideration.